What's up, YouTube? This is my first video that I'm going to be posting on music production and bass patches and other stuff. I'm going to show you how I made the Excision bass that I put on SoundCloud. This is it. Yeah, as you see, used massive reverb, camel fat 3, isotope ozone 4, and an EQ 3. And then I have some macro controls. This is what it sounds like. Okay, yeah, not gonna say it's perfect, but I think it's pretty good for only doing it in an hour and a half's time. Okay, so, well, yeah, I'm just gonna open up Massive here. This is it, and so, first oscillator, sonic, with table position right there, intensity all the way up, amp all the way up, filter in the middle, -24, and then oscillator 2, amp all the way up, intensity all the way up, wavetable position all the way up, pitch -12, oscillator 3, and that one is a grown one on spectrum. This one is on bend -plus. Oscillator 3, -24, square saw 1, put it all the way to square, and I love the square waveform, it's awesome. Intensity all the way up, spectrum, amp all the way up, middle, filter. Modulation, oscillator, phase modulation on oscillator 1, put it just a little bit up. You can like slide that to your taste, like listen to it and slide it up and stuff. No noise, feedback to about right there, like 10.5 or something. And insert 1, bit crusher, everything all the way up. Insert 2, hard clipper, dry wet at like 2, and drive at 3. The envelope, just standard attack, and then standard sustain, standard decay, just bring the sustain down a little bit, release almost halfway up, and filter 1, daft filter, and bring the resonance to about 10 or so, or 9.5, and then filter 2, acid, cut off all the way up on both of these, no resonance. And on the voicing tab, pitch cut off, bring that to 2, and just slide it over a tiny bit. You just need a little bit of movement. Unisono at 6, monophonic, and then come over here and put the time in the middle. And then this is a Bronner tube, or however you pronounce that. Low over half, and then drive at half. Dimension expander, and this is what makes it, really big. Size in the middle, dry wet just a little bit up at like 9. EQ, high shelf at 1. And LFO, slide this to right there, and put a macro control on the rate like I did, and then drag it to here, drag it to here, and drag it to here, and drag it down to about there. Yeah, till like 10 o'clock or something. And yeah, that's it for the massive patch. Oh yeah, make sure it doesn't clip, so bring this down to about there. And then put some reverb on it. Low cut, high cut, just automatically where it is. Take off spin, take off diffusion network, take off chorus, put the quality on high, size around 3.5, and decay time 1.20 or 1.28, around there, you know, to your taste. Leave these like they were and drag the dry wet to like 30. Camel fat, just go with the default thing, DRM accentizer, and take off LFO, take off the filter, and all you have to do too is drag the tube down to 15. I think it's at 20 to start with. And then for isotope ozone 4, and you don't really actually need these, so you can keep watching if like you don't have these. It just makes it a little bit bigger and a little bit nicer sounding. Right here, drag this up to 1.8, and this one, drag it up to 2.5 to excite it a little bit, and make sure you put it at warm, because any other setting for that is crap. So make sure you put it at warm. And then an EQ3, so it doesn't interfere with the sub bass, put it at 100 and take the low out. Okay. And you don't really need the, well, yeah, mapping mode, you know, just map the rate. Yeah, so you can adjust the rate. I just have these other ones for like messing around. Yeah, you can see. Okay, and then what I do for the sub bass is I just like duplicate this, and the only reason I have that there is so that's when it'll end at the end of the bar. That's when the track will end. Duplicate this, take off all the plugins, put an EQ3 on it, and how you make it really big is you take out the middle, put the low frequency at 108, boost it up 6, put the high frequency at 235, and I know it's a sub bass, and like you're like, oh, why do you put high frequency on sub bass? But it really makes it bigger, because the main bass sounds really thin without this extra little bit. So put it at -7 and put it at 235. Turn that on, and don't worry about the gain of this because it's off, you know, it doesn't matter. And yeah, you just keep everything the same. Like you really don't need to change it to like a sine or like a smooth square or whatever, because I mean it's just unnecessary, I think. And plus I like dirtier subs, so this is this, or and then this is a sub. Yeah, you can hear that little high bit. And then I master with isotope ozone, and yeah, I don't really need to show you this, but yeah, stereo imaging, it like helps it a lot. Just copy those settings, you know, -1, 0, 5, 1. not gonna go into mastering a whole lot, but and then one thing I forgot is on this, on the voicing, pan position, make sure you put it to full invert or it will sound like crap. And then on the sub bass, to completely separate it so it doesn't like mute the main bass, put it completely opposite, put it on full. Okay, so that is pretty much it. Goodbye, and good luck with your music production.